concern day one is who's going to do that. Who's going to be Deshaun, who's going to be Grady, who's going to be Vic and Corey, who's Stephon, Robert. Who are those guys? I don't know. It's more so defensively than on the offensive side from just a pure leadership standpoint. But that's a big concern for us, and it's something that we work hard on in developing leadership. And I like what I'm seeing, and Joey likes what he's seeing down there on a daily basis. But it's you just got to go through that process. Post spring, I'm going to have some probably different answers for you. Because we're gonna, as I said earlier, look for those opportunities to challenge guys and grow that in our team. But I like our personnel. Wish that from year to year it changes from a depth experience standpoint. We've got our 4 starters right now on the defensive line are all going to be drafted. I mean, DJ Reader, Carlos Watkins, Shaq Lawson, and Kevin Dodd. You can just check it. One of these days, their name's going to get called if they don't get hurt. So we got good people. But the difference in us last year is all those guys were backups, and and experienced. Whereas this year, the backups are very talented, and we got more coming in, but inexperienced. And you just can't, you can't just give a guy that experience. And there's a process of toughness that's developed, over time. And that's what we've lost more than anything. So we've got our work cut out for us in teaching and coaching and developing that. But that's what we do. That's what we do.
That proposed rules change with the offensive linemen. Just your thoughts on it, and would that change the way you would block, like on that quick toss to the wide receiver coming around?
No, I mean we don't. It really shouldn't be a factor for us, to be honest with you. But I don't like it. I don't like the change. I mean, just call it. Call the penalty. That's the thing is I think that I don't like 2 things. I don't like the fact that nobody knew about it until it was just, here you go. It was, I went to the convention. I'm in a meeting for 3 hours, and there's not a word mentioned about it. We talked about a lot of things, but that's never mentioned. So that part I don't like, and just the process of it. And then the second thing is, again, we have a rule. Just call it. Call the penalty. When you look at the clips that they looked at to talk about the rule, I mean, you got guys 6 yards down the field cutting backers, and they don't call the penalty. Well, I mean, we don't need to change the rule. We need to enforce the rule. That's just my opinion on it. And I use the example of basketball. It'd be like, I mean, we got a 3-second rule in basketball, and we got guys camping out in the lane, and now, well, let's change it to 1 second because we're not calling it. No, just enforce the rule. And so my whole thing is let's don't have a knee-jerk react. Let's put an emphasis on it this year, and because that's not fair. I mean, that's not right. That's not right really puts your. I mean, you got a linebacker getting cut at 5 yards and they're throwing the post route in behind it. That's not fair to the defense. And I want it to be, fair, but to just change a rule because we're not enforcing the penalty or putting enough emphasis on it, I don't think that's the way to go. So that's just, that's my opinion, but they didn't ask me. So till after the fact. But that's I have no idea. Everybody's kind of voiced their opinion on it, whether or not they'll table it and put an emphasis on it for the year. It remains to be seen, but it won't affect us. Our guys understand, where they need to be, and they understand, and the way we call things, they know when, they can be a little more aggressive downfield and when they can't be.